what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Coach Cruise. I'm your host, Brad. And as you see on the screen, I have a whole board of star co-hosts. We've got Carnival Cruise Addicts. We got Alex Roberson. We got Cruise Life TV. All four of us teaming up together here to bring you a better than average show. I hope. I think.
I would hope so.
I think it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bring you some entertainment.
We're definitely going to do our best, right? We're usually successful, and then Chris might take his shirt off, and then we'll really get the party going. But anyway, I wanted to start off by saying, thank you to anybody, and I know we might have some new people here, from cross channels and everything, but anybody that is a subscriber of Coach Cruise on YouTube or Facebook, but YouTube in particular, because it just hit 9,000. If you didn't hear the news, and that means we're one away. We're one away from that big double-digit 10,000, and that's the one I'm super excited about. Each 1,000, don't get me wrong, is cause for celebration and another nice milestone and everything. But I know I felt that way about 5,000. I felt that way about 1,000, 5,000, and I think 10,000 is just going to feel like, okay, I've arrived now or whatever. So super excited about that, and happy to have all my guests as they've all been on multiple shows with me, and I appreciate all of them, and they're all Cruise family as well. So thanks to all of you. But that leads me in. Each of us are going to have at least one topic, and everybody will probably chime in on this. But because of starting Coach Cruise, I have an advantage over many of you, I think, that, are just avid cruisers and just love cruising. And that advantage is because of the channel and because people watch the videos and recognize and things like that. People will come up to me and have conversations, or they'll see me and be like, hey, are you that guy on YouTube or whatever? And then we get conversations started. And as a result, it's probably easier for me to meet more people than some of you might get the opportunity, unless you're super social or whatever. As a result, I've met so many friends that I call Cruise family, that I've had the opportunity to cruise with multiple times, stay in your homes. Some of you have some of you in my home, as a guest and things like that. So it's just been a wonderful, wonderful ride. And, my topic, and I was talking about this with our group here off air, is, and put in the comments, but what is it about cruising that's different from other vacations? What is it about cruising that enables you to find those lifelong friendships and cruise family and go on cruises with people that were complete strangers to you, one time, and then now, you're like best friends, or you're good friends, and you vacation together and things like that. What makes that possible? Because if I fly to Hawaii and, I stay in a hotel or resort for a week, I might talk to some people, but the likelihood of me, finding a bond or a friendship or travel buddies for future vacations or whatever is a lot less likely than on a cruise. So I'll turn it over to the panel first, but in the comments, well, actually, you know what? Before we get going on that, let me just say hi to everybody, because that's normally what I'm supposed to do, and I didn't do it. Justin is like Michael Phelps on my show. He gets the gold most shows. Chris Moss. Chris, I just sent your shirt off. He says, hey, Coach and Justin, happy Tuesday. Chris says, I know this is primarily a Carnival channel. However, Royal Caribbean suspends trips to Labadee, is that pronounced? Through at least May 8th. No, that's good info. And again, we want to transition to different cruise lines in future years, but we'll get to that. Ken is here. Ken, let's go. Good to see you, Ken, again. There's Aaron, admin Aaron, Trisha and Bert are back once again. Great to see you guys. Look, there's somebody named Carnival Cruise Addicts. I think they're new to the show. Oh, wait, no, they're there. Texas Cruiser, Rick. Michelle B is back. Eddie Lugo, good to see you again, Eddie.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
A lot of people saying, there's Mandy. Mandy is back once again. Great to see you as always, Mandy. Controversial Cruising. We got Scott here. Good to see you, Scott. And Yoli. Yoli's able to watch the show today instead of sitting in her hot tub. They got a hot tub, so they enjoy it, as I would. Danny D, the spectacular supporter here, supporting once again. What do you know? Coker Culture, good to see you. Dustin Anderson, welcome, welcome. Cruise Nuts is back. Good to see you guys. Amy is here. It says hi. Hi, Logan, Mom. Oh, okay. It's Logan. It's Logan using Mom's account. He's saying hi. Mom's in a meeting, so Amy's in a meeting. But hey, Logan, what's going on? Doug and Becky on the move. Great to have you on. Aaron is so ready. Hot Tea is here. Good to see you again, Hot Tea. Aaron, she said Zoe is so ready. I don't know. She's not up here, so I don't know. Let's see. Did I pass anybody? No. Dustin Anderson, $5 super chat says, let's go. And you know what? You are numbers 51 through 55. And thank you for getting us started. Texas Cruiser says, yeah, congrats, 9,000. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that. Mbuglet.
Emily.
M74.
Oh,
Danny D. $2 super chat. Thank you. I got you down. Says, love you, Greg and Michelle.
We love you too, Danny.
I didn't put Dustin up here, but Dustin, there is your super chat. And then right after we had Danny D. And then Chris Moss, once again. And like I said, Chris, I did send your shirt this very day. He says, here is to 9,000 subs. You and Zoe get a treat. Let's see. Danny D is making me do math here. She did a $2, so 57, 62, 72. So 58 through 72 for you, Chris. All right. And I will get to that. And thank you again for that. Tony says, good evening. Good evening. We got Eric from North Shore Travelers. Great to see you as well. Will G. Will, are you still on the cruise? Will is on the World America, or at least he was.
I think he's still on the cruise, and he's
all
here.
Right.
Amazing.
Well, thanks for checking in, Will. Appreciate it. Michelle B, the ship wanderer. Is that my match game partner, Dustin? Friday night was a little fuzzy for me. The Texas Cruiser says, let's celebrate 10,000. And you know what? We will do just that. And once I get done saying hello to everybody, I am going to get these shots. So Texas Cruiser, here's number 73 through 82. Adele Sargent says, hey, Coach, congratulations on 9,000 subscribers. Thank you for that, Adele. Amy says, congrats, or Logan, one of you, congrats on 9,000. Ann is saying, hi, Coach, what's going on? Ann, Waylon Roberson, hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Good to see you as well. Maggie says, hey, all. We got so many comments here today. I love it. We'll get through them. Funnelheads. We got Andrew from Funnelheads. Good to see Andrew as always. And Andrew, I was looking, he's approaching 7,000 subscribers. And he's going on the World America in a week. I think he's getting on as Will is getting off. I think that's what it is. All right. So trying to catch. Oh, there's Frankie Floyd. Okay, Frankie Floyd is in the house. Good to see Frankie as always. Ann's got a weird story. Right away. Oh, nice. If anybody could read that real quick, I won't read it just for the sake of time, but Eric from North Shore Travelers, and we're going to get ready to do a.
I don't know. I think if you combine all the super chats, I think you're doing a couple shots there, Coach. I'm just
I
saying.
was gonna have to
I think it's time for a drink.
polish the bottle off.
And Danny D is got a couple numbers going now. So Danny D, you're 93 and 94, but you're also 56 and 57. So she's got a strategy of winning
Yes,
this.
strategy. Maybe I need to try this.
You gotta stagger out the numbers to try to get a win.
All right, I apologize. Sam Morgan says just booked a cruise on Jubilee again. Oh, he's gonna miss Louis. Well, if Kendall fires your consolation prize, I don't feel too sorry.
That's a good consolation prize. I will say.
I think you're gonna be okay. Oh, actually, she's not coming back for a while, right? She's because she's getting married and then.
Oh yeah.
She's taking her sabbatical, if you will.
Yeah. So I'm not sure who you'll have then. You know what? I think we're actually caught up, and let's see. We got to start with Chris Moss, and I still have quite a bit of Basil Hayden here. So if we it's going to be scary if we come anywhere close to finishing this tonight.
Yeah.
I might be using a sick day for the first time. And we got 53 people watching right now. So if you all can hit that like button, no matter what channel you're watching through, hit that like button for all that. And if there's anybody on the screen you're not subscribed to, Alex hasn't started YouTube yet, right?
Okay. I have one, but I maybe have like 100 followers or subscribers.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of them.
But Alex has more followers than all of us combined. On
71,000 as of just before the show. 71,000.
71,000. It's insane.
Yeah. But Chris,
you're posting full. You post so many. You are so consistent. It's really great. I've followed your page for a very long time, so it's.
Oh,
really
thank
cool
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, Chris. Thank you. High five. High five for Chris. All right. What do you say? All right. She says thank you, and I say thank you.
Cheers.
Off to a good start. Cheers. I didn't know you had that ready, but we got more coming. So let's see. Oh my goodness. You all are too much here. Trisha and Bert, I see you. And I'm just trying to go back to make sure I didn't. Okay, Eric from North Shore Travelers. You and Texas Cruiser, I'm going to put together as one here. We got two $10 super chats from each of you. And we are, well, actually, no, we're over 100 now because Danny was the last one, and we have a couple more come in here. So Eric and Texas Cruiser, thank you, sir and sir. I do have a little bit of water, which
that's a good little chaser.
I got a feeling I'm going to need it today. All right, so we got Eric, Danny D, Sam, I highlighted there. David C. Perkins is here. Good to see you. Mark R. Booze is here. J&T Adventures is here. And Trisha and Bert Nichols says, thanks for the duck. Yeah. Sometimes I throw a duck in my shirts. So
yeah, we got one.
You get a lucky duck. All right, Trisha and Bert, I'm going to write you down. And you are 95 through 99. 95 through 99. So we are just one away. And then we got CCA putting us at, they are number 100 on the dot and 1 through 14. Thank you, Liz and Chris, so much. I appreciate you. And that means I got to do a shot, right? You guys are going to do that with me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I like a loser with my water.
Yeah, I was going to say you're healing, so
Yeah, I'm on all sorts of other types of things that make you feel good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you really would be on the floor if you tried doing
Yeah.
shots. All right. Cheers. Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
All right. Maggie says, I follow Alex also.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
And we got Tony with a super sticker. And Tony, thank you for that. Tony, your name, okay, well, you'll just have to remind me because it just seems like there's more than one Tony out there. So you are 15 through 19 of the next drawing, which I feel like we're going to get to a second drawing today. We haven't even done the drawing for the first one yet.
You guys see what my dumb sister commented in here? Alex the loser.
No, what happened?
She commented in here and it says Alex the loser.
Oh,
That's what she says when she's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
That's your sister. She's got to bust your balls, you know.
Of course.
Look at CCA. You all, I thought it was the same one. You all are too much. You all are too much. Thank you so much.
I just want you to get drunk.
Yeah. Well,
Don't worry, you will.
I think this is number 5 already. So you're well on your way.
Insane.
And pretty well in back-to-back succession. So it'll be about 15 to 20 minutes from now. Coach will go,
You are officially a third way. You are a third way through the drink package. So
yeah.
And it's not even noon yet.
I know. This will exactly. This would be like 11 a.m. and I'm like, damn, I only got 9 drinks left. This is oh goodness. Okay. All right. So I think we're caught up, and let's do the shirt drawing. So because we're gonna probably end up doing 2 shirt drawings today. All right, we got Sherry 1 through 15, the Texas Cruiser 16 through 20, Chris Moss 21 through 35, Michelle B 36 through 50, Dustin A 51 through 55, Danny D 56 and 57, Chris Moss again 58 through 72, the Texas Cruiser again 73 through 82, Eric the North Shore Traveler 83 through 92, Danny D again 93 and 94, Trisha and Bert 95 through 99, and CCA number 100 on the first drawing. And the second drawing, we're already up to 34. All right. You see there.
So we got a shit chance. Gotcha.
Siri, give me a random number 1 through 100.
Timothy's drinking.
26. Who is 26? Guess what? Chris Moss. I just sent him a shirt today, and he just won again. So congratulations. He did have 30 raffle tickets in the thing, so he had about a 1 in 3 chance. So that 33% odds paid off for him for sure. So congratulations on that, Chris. And like I said, we are already up to 34. So there is a good chance that we will get through another one. All right. So David Perkins, if I didn't say your name yet, welcome. I thought I did, but again, I've been doing shots. So yeah, in the comments, and I'm going to turn it over to the panel here. I mean, I have my own reasons, but I kind of want to hear what everybody else thinks of why cruising is so much more impactful. At least I think it's more impactful than other traditional vacations in terms of meeting people and creating lifelong bonds and friendships and things like that. So I don't care who starts off, but I'm sure you all, Alex got his hand up. So I'm a teacher, so I got to call on the guy with his hand up.
That's right.
Alex,
Well, it's pretty cool that you're a teacher, because I actually did a 20-minute persuasive speech about this exact topic in college many years ago. And I think cruising is better than land-based travel because you have different scenery every single day. Now, like you said earlier, you could go to Hawaii, but you're essentially going to be stuck on this. You're not going to be stuck, but you will be on the same island every day. You'll have nice sunrises and sunsets, but with cruising, you have all of the activities. You have the scenery that changes every day. Every day you wake up and you're in a different country or a different part of the country that you're traveling. And so personally, I'm a cruiser at heart. I think all of you guys know. I'll always be a cruiser at heart, but I do love my land-based travel. But cruising is just it's just my favorite. And congratulations on 9,000 subscribers. That's a really, really big deal. Super proud of you. And I think this is my third time on your show, so I'm really, really happy to be here today.
Yeah, and I appreciate having you on. And for those of you that are just primarily YouTubers or whatever, if you go on Facebook, and they often will share, like if you follow one cruise channel, cruise content, they'll often give you suggestions of other people to follow. If you're not already following Alex is one of those probably that pops up all the time. Like, if you like this, then you might like Alex, and he will pop up, and like Chris pointed out, he's got 71,000 followers on his Facebook page. And in terms of, and Liz pointed it out as well, in terms of getting content out and posts and things like that, it's just on the daily, stuff and his commentary and thoughts and stuff. So yeah, definitely go give him a follow over on the Facebook page. And it's just his name, just as it is on the screen right there. So if you look that up, you will find him. All right. CCA Cruise Life. We got Michelle. She's got her hand up first. So we got to go to Michelle.
So I think the reason why you get to meet more people on a cruise rather than like at a resort is that at a resort, people are coming and going, like their vacations start and end on different days. But you won't know that on a cruise, you're all there together, for that duration of the cruise. And people tend to have like things that they like to do at a certain time every day. Like I know we like to go to the Alchemy. I know you do too. And Chris and Liz, you're at the casino. So you're going to see the same people there day after day, a lot of times. And so you run into people and you go, oh, hey, how was your day yesterday? And so you can start little chit-chatting there because you're running into them more often. And you also have common stuff because, like you're on that island, so there's only so many excursions. So you can say, oh, okay, what excursion did you do? Oh, well, we did this one. And then you swapping stories. So I think it lends, the whole cruise experience lends itself to making more friends more easily than say a resort when people are coming, going and doing so many different things, activities at different times of the day, rather than the schedule, like comedy is always at like this time, and, that kind of thing. And the theater is, there. I mean, I do like, seeing different parts of the world, but heck, I'd rather go on a Hawaiian cruise. If you're going to go to Hawaii, go on a Hawaiian cruise so you can see the different islands, because I've been to Hawaii many times, but I've been to Maui like 5 times, and as much as I love Maui, I would like to see some of the other islands. Now, of course, that was work. So, but hey, Hawaii is still Hawaii. You still see
tough job, but somebody's got to do it, right?
I know, right?
When I first met Michelle, she was like, do you want to go to Hawaii? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then she's working the whole time. And I was like,
only during the day. I mean, he can go. It's
when I first met her. I should have taken you up on the offer.
Up on it.
When's your next Hawaiian trip for work?
Unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to send any more people there anymore. Too expensive.
Well, what Michelle said, I couldn't have said any better. I mean, really, meeting people and just the opportunity and the interaction and everything that goes on. And yes, you really get to like meet people. You embrace with them, and then you get their names and numbers, and you keep in touch with them. And then it's like, oh, when's your next cruise? And then you run into them again, and it's just fabulous. It's just the whole idea of meeting people.
Yeah, I mean, it's so much easier to meet people on a cruise than on other vacations, just because
and not only that,
everybody's there in a certain amount
but
of
I
time.
think when you're on a cruise ship, everybody has that same mindset. It's not like you're running into people like when you're on the land and you're going to Orlando and everyone's like, I mean, I see a lot of people fighting on the land. There's some fights on ships, but for the most part, everybody is like in a great mood. They have that mindset. They leave everything at home And then for those 7 days or whatever the cruise duration is, it's just a great time. So
I agree. I mean, a land-based, even if it's all inclusive, people are going to travel outside of that hotel or whatever thing you're on. On a cruise, you get to pass the same people, and sometimes you'll look at people and go, "Oh, I remember that person." And most of the time, you're going to be like, "Oh, hey, I saw you over here. We were at the table the other night. We were playing slots together. We were doing this." So. Yeah, to me,
it's almost like the Truman story. You can't get away.
Yeah, I agree. And you just, it's I don't know. It's much more fun. And we've tried a couple all inclusives, and we're busybodies. It's just not for us. But they were great. But being able to go from port to port to port, and then have a day or two where you're just staring at that beautiful ocean. I'm a cruise guy.
I mean, our first real vacation together was our honeymoon, and that was a cruise. And of course, we fell in love. We have tried all inclusives and other things like that. But the reality is, like, cruising, you don't have to. Well, we are lucky we live near ports we can drive to.
Yeah.
Right. So you just drive there, you get on, you can do as much as you want, as little as you want. You don't have to plan too much. Like, when you travel to a destination, to me, it's a lot more work. On the cruise ship, though, like, you meet somebody at the bar, and then all of a sudden you're best friends, like, because you're happy and you're having fun and whatever. And then you see them, I'm going to have dinner with you and hang out. And cruising with friends for us is actually the most enjoyable thing, because it's just like you're happy and you're having a great time. So we'll probably cruise for the rest of our lives. I don't know.
And honestly, I mean, I've mentioned this before. There's this one song by Maren Morris called "All My Favorite People," and it doesn't. She's not singing about cruising, but for whatever reason, my brain ties it to cruising. Just because of kind of that laid back, kind of carefree, relax, but have fun, kind of attitude, and as Michelle pointed out, like. I think part of the reason why you meet people and you get in conversations, and before you know it, like, you become friends or whatever, is like, you mentioned the Alchemy Bar. If there's somebody else that's a fan of the Alchemy Bar, and then, you might go on the first night and strike up a little conversation with somebody, and then you see them like, oh, hey, and they're back on the second night or the third night. And all of a sudden, you figure out that you're talking to them every night or whatever. And by the end of the cruise, you're exchanging numbers and contacts, and like, oh, let's stay in touch. Or maybe you decide to go on an excursion or something together during the course of that cruise, or maybe you start going, on to a show or something together. And like I said, then you become friends actually during a cruise. And that's happened, I think, to all of us, to where we meet somebody in the first couple of days, and then we're hanging out with them the rest of the cruise. And then, like, before the cruise is even over, you're friends, and I mean, that can happen a lot too. But I will wrap that one up, just because we're, on the 28th minute already, and I want all of you to get your topics in. So who would like to go next with their topic to start us off? Any takers? Otherwise, I have to choose. I'll have to call on a student if I.
We're gonna go with does size matter? So that's the reason we did when we literally started our YouTube channel about a year and a half ago. Does size matter on the different sizes of ship? And for us, I think it does. For me personally, and Liz will speak differently, I'd imagine a little bit. The Excel class ships are a little bit on the larger side for us. You got we like balconies, and if you get one in front of the ship, you got to walk all the way to the back ship to do this, that, and the other. I just think they're a bit big, and for me personally, Liz would definitely agree with me. We love the atrium of the older ships. You walk in, and it's like, there's elevators reaching up 10 stories.
Glass elevators, though, even when they switched it on the Vista class to the funnel, like that for us, we didn't actually like that.
Yeah.
We liked the grand atrium with the glass elevators. You know, it just seemed like you walk on the ship and it's like this magical experience, you know, that you're going to embark on. But the reality is when you have a smaller ship, you have less people. When you have less people, you're more likely to run into the same people, and goes back to the first point that you're going to see the same people over and over if you continue to go to the same places. So for us, we prefer smaller ships. I know there are other people who like more food options, though. If you go on the Excel class, you're going to have a million different food options, which you won't find on the smaller ships. So it's a personal preference. That's ours.
Yeah, definitely like the mid-size to, I mean, even the larger ones, but I don't know. The Excel class and the new Ace class coming out, 8,000 people, and there's 6,000 on Excel.
That's a lot.
I know it's all about who's got the bigger ship, substitute ship
It's
for
not the
different
size
words.
of the ship, it's the motion of the ocean.
Exactly.
Oh, you saying that?
I said substitute ship for something else, but I don't know. I like the mid-size ships. You know, that's our. She's also married to me, so she likes mid-size.
Goodness.
But
I think I'll drink to that.
Oh, wait a minute. I think the comma's in the wrong place. It's supposed to be 9,000.
I'm overwhelmed and I'm trying to do math at the same time.
Well, that's an easy one.
39. So I know that's 40 to 100. So let's see. That's that would make 60. Yeah, that's 60. So then 1 through 40. You all, thank you so much. Honestly,
Quite an accomplishment, Coach.
I got to do at least 2 for that. I know. And Carnival Cruise Addicts, I forgot to give Zoe a treat for you. I realized that, and she's like, yeah, she was ready for it. So high five for Carnival Cruise Addicts. Liz and Chris, what do you say?
yeah,
Say thank you. Say thank you. Louder.
Sorry, Daddy.
Louder.
Aw.
it's like Daddy, I'm hungry. Just give me.
I was like, you were supposed to give that to me a little while ago.
Right? You messed up, Daddy. Just give me the damn food.
Yeah, well, she gave a little bark, but I wanted her to be a little bit
That's
louder.
good. I mean, if she meowed, I'd be impressed. Meow.
But Greg and Michelle, thank you so much. And I mean, we're gonna double dip here because a 90 that definitely.
Congratulations, Coach.
Yeah.
I remember when you were going for 6,000.
90 for 9,000. I like it. I like your thought there. And we'll load up the next one. And you know the funny thing, Chris mentioned it, and he's like, "Yeah, you've done enough in a row now, or you're going to start to feel it here in about so minutes or whatever." He wasn't wrong.
Is this number 7?
I think so.
You're about halfway through the drink package now.
I mean, I got 2 from Liz and Chris, and then here's another 2. That's 4. Chris was another one. That's 5. I did another one for Eric and Rick. Together was 1. That makes 6.
Just
So
drink
I think
it.
there's one other one.
You don't have to fill them up so much. You know.
Right, you've already gone through your topic.
All right, Michelle, we're here for the fun. Don't
Hey,
be a party pooper, okay?
Michelle will virtually Metzger you, okay?
I'm already
And that was
feeling
top of
great.
label before coming.
Remember it was up to here.
I'm
You're
scared for you.
party squad. You're very
One
party
thing about
squad.
Michelle, she could always give you a hand at getting Metzger.
You guys got Metzgered in Grand Turk. I'm gonna get Metzgered in Chicago.
It didn't mean to, but it just struck.
Things
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. So let me comment because I haven't forgotten about the
Size matters.
size of the ship. Yeah, it's not the size of the wand; it's the magic in it, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, it was getting a rap song back in the day. But you know what? I booked. What did I book? The Carnival Miracle. the Carnival Miracle for Thanksgiving, and I hadn't been on the Spirit class in forever. And I watched a ship tour of the Carnival Miracle, and I was so excited. Like, I mean, I don't there's what's the class below the Spirit class? The Paradise.
It's
Is it the dream?
Shun
No.
class.
Elation. I
Con-
think maybe just mentioned it. The Elation.
The fast one. Well, it's down to 2 ships, I believe, under the Miracle.
the Elation and the Paradise.
Yeah, Elation and Paradise. We call it the Shun class because it was sensation, fascination, imagination.
Yeah. Okay, so those are a little too small. But the Spirit class, like, it's just big enough. Like, it's just big enough.
That's what she said.
That's a good one. But you know, yeah, it's like I like up through the Vista class because you can do everything in a cruise, and it's very comfortable. It's very cozy. Like it's just you just move around. I like the XL class. Don't get me wrong. The amenities are very nice, but it's on the brink of being too big.
Mhm.
And you know, Aaron and I just went on the Jubilee. Obviously, there is so much stuff we didn't do, and I get off the ship feeling a little unsatisfied, I guess you could say, because I'm like, oh, we didn't do this, oh, and we didn't do that, and oh, we didn't do it, and I feel like, you know, like we failed a little bit, you know. When I get off, you know, the class of ships that are smaller, I feel like, oh, we did everything. We did this, we did that, we tried this, we tried that, whatever. And you get off, and there's some satisfaction in that for me.
Yeah, and that's why it's crazy that the Mardi Gras is going to 4 and 5 day cruises. How's anybody?
Wow.
Yeah.
Once the new ships come out, it's going to go to shorter ones, which I think it's good and bad. If you're trying to experience the larger ships, a 3 and 4 day, that's not it. But if you want to get on a bigger ship for a lower cost, that's also badass. You know what I mean? So the big ships don't do short excursions or short cruises. So I think that's actually pretty cool. And I think it's going to encourage people to come back and say, okay, I did a 3 day. Now I have to hit X and X and X on a 4 day, because some people just don't get that much vacation time. So I think it's great that they're going to transition to that for a shorter cruise, because it's way more cost effective for those of us that work. You know what I mean? So I think it's great.
It's going to be hard, though, to
It's gonna be tough, yeah.
everything in such a short period of time.
I agree, but you're still getting on a cruise for 3 or 4 days and have an amazing time for way less money than a 7-day cruise. So I'm all for it.
I think it's a very, very smart decision for Carnival to do. I think for business, it's going to essentially make them more money than having that Mardi Gras ship or an XL class ship go for a week. Because if you think about it, if you do any weekend cruise, like I always call them like booze cruise, more than likely everybody's going to get the drink package. Everybody is still going to have their same amount of money that they would spend in the casino on a 7-day cruise. They're going to slap all that in the casino on the weekend cruise. But you're right. I mean, I think I was on the Luminosa twice last summer in Alaska, and I think it was one of the greatest cruise ships I've been on. It's it's older, obviously, and it was from Costa, but I had such a great time on that size of ship because it was so easy to get to anywhere. Now, I just want to know, obviously, when these new ships come out, like Project Ace, am I going to go on that cruise? Obviously, I'm going to go so I can have an opinion and talk about it. But when is it going to stop, though? I mean, I don't know when it's going to stop, because I feel like 8,000 is too much. Let's be realistic. If there really was, a Titanic situation, which cruise ships are so modernized now, it's nothing like that's going to happen. But do you really think you're going to be able to get that many people off of that ship in a certain amount of time so that everybody is safe? I think at some point it becomes kind of dangerous if you think about it.
I would absolutely agree. And it's funny because we do the John Heald thing, the Yakety Yaks, and 90 plus% of the people that I read on the comments say, when are you coming out with a mid to smaller size ship? And that's the general public. We agree with them, but that's the general public. It's 1,000 questions a day. Probably 100 are saying, hey, why don't you release a mid-sized ship? Oh, we're refurbishing them, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like the housing market where everybody's like, we had the biggest ship, we had the biggest ship, we had the biggest ship. Nobody's sailing on these suck. Let's go back to regular size ships. You know what I mean? And I hope all the cruise lines do that sooner rather than later, because most of the ports can't handle a ship that big. You have to build additional piers just to rope it off to keep it there. So I don't know. Maybe they'll learn by mistake. I hope that's not the case, but we'll see.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's all great points, and I agree. Like, I mean, 6,000, on the Jubilee and the XL class feels a little too big for me. I know 8,000 is good, and like Alex said, I'm going to go on it, and whatever bells and whistles are on it are going to be amazing, and it's going to be cool, and it's going to be like, oh, whatever. I mean, it's going to be exciting, and don't get me wrong, I will look forward and be excited about going on it, but when the dust settles and you've tried out all the roller coasters and the water slides and whatever new thing they put on there, when that all settles and it's like, okay, yeah, I did this, did that, whatever, what ship do you want to go back to? And it makes me wonder, and I don't know if this is a good analogy or comparison or whatever, but you had all the big airlines for a long time, and they were making bigger and bigger and bigger, and taking and more flights and more exotic locations and things like that. How Southwest Airlines came up from a little rinky-dink thing to a mega power is they basically said, hey, we're going to take small planes, or not planes that are supersized or whatever, and we're going to hit all these destinations, domestic, whatever, and they just pounded it and hit customer service and everything else, and all of a sudden they became a big dog, and I'm wondering if by all these ships going bigger and not catering to all of the people that like and prefer the mid-size ship, if there's going to be somebody else that sneaks in there, it could be somebody like a Margaritaville or whatever that says, oh, okay, we'll buy your old smaller ship, and people are like, hey, we like those old smaller ships, and they're like, we can get value there. We like the layout, everything else like that. And all of a sudden there's not a Southwest Airlines type of cruise line that sneaks in there and reaches that customer base that likes that mid-size to smaller ship. So just curious.
I agree. That's very well said, because pretty much everybody likes the large to mid-size, not these massive freaking ships. So, Alex, what say you?
What's that?
I said, Alex, what say you?
First, let me thank Chris really quick. Chris, thank you, and I'm going to give Zoe a treat here as well. But I do have sub plans. They're already in the folder, Chris. But I'm going to make it. I have not failed to make work after a Tuesday yet, and trust me, I've been hit this hard, and probably even a little harder on a couple shows. But we're getting there. We're getting close. But thank you, Chris. Zoe, come here. Yeah, Alex, go ahead if you had.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I feel like we could really talk about this topic all night for hours and hours about what cruise ship is perfect for you. A lot of people comment on my posts, and you'll see things on John Hield's posts as well that are talking about adults only cruises. Is Carnival ever going to do an adults only cruise? And if you think about it, Carnival is the most popular family cruise line in the world. Why on earth would Carnival ever switch to an adults only cruise? Well, I don't know if they've ever done this in the past, but I actually got an offer for a free balcony and drinks for two around the whole ship. And I don't know if you guys are casino people or not, but if you got that offer, you are? Okay, perfect. That's pretty much how I cruise every time, or my casino offers. So I went ahead and booked. Carnival has what they call a Carnival Aces cruise, and there's going to be I think 2 sailings. The first one is October 18th, and I actually signed up for that. I'm going to be going out of Miami. What I love about this is it's 7 nights, and they want people to go and gamble. So we're only going to 2 ports, which are going to be Celebration Key and Half Moon Cay. And I'm super, super excited. Now, I think if it's adults only, I think that casino is going to be slammed. So I want to get your thoughts on this. Do you think it's a bad idea to go for an adults only cruise or not? Because that casino is going to be slammed. If you go on any cruise with kids or not, the casinos are always slammed. I feel like they need to make casinos bigger on cruise ships now, just because of the amount of people that go and spend money, like myself.
So Eric from North Shore Travelers, he told me he booked this cruise also because he got such a great deal on it. And I think it's going to be awesome to be adults only. I am a little worried that like the casino, because it is a casino offer.
As gamblers,
we enjoy to go. We want to pick our machine. We want to pick where we play in the table. I am a little concerned that it's going to be really, really packed. So the thing is, maybe if you get up at 3 a.m, right, and claim your machine, but like I do think they're targeting casino adults.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like, you have to expect it's going to be super, like if you've been on a premier cruise or an elite cruise or an ultra cruise, like you have to prepare that it's going to be completely packed. And if you're okay with that, then it's going to be fine. If you go in saying, I want my pick a machine, it doesn't matter, you're going to be disappointed. That's my
You're going to have to take what's there.
That's going to be the big thing is people are going to complain, I couldn't find a machine. Well, you have an entire cruise ship that has nobody else on there but people that have casino offers. So yeah, it's going to be chaos. So
no, Wilchie just had this comment. I do want to bring it up. He said, I wonder if they'll add more machines and tables. I actually said that. I said if they had put it on like 3 levels, if they put the slot machines and the tables on,
or
like
even tables,
yeah, I think then I would absolutely like book it. But for us, because we enjoy the casino so much, we figured it wasn't.
Yeah, we're casino people, we're echo people, whatever they call it, and it's really cool that we get these offers, you know. But I mean, the adults only thing I think is going to be attractive, and I'd imagine a lot of people are going to go on there, not diehard gamblers like we're gamblers. There'll be the people that spent $100 and got a casino offer for this, and they may not go into casino, but I don't know. I think it's a great concept to make it casino only. I think is going to cause chaos, personally.
Hey, real quick shout out. I want to shout out Danny D, the spectacular supporter. And the reason she's the spectacular supporter, some of you may have noticed in the comments, she has shared everybody's channel in the comments multiple times, trying to make it easy for you all to subscribe to everybody. So shout out to you, Danny. And there she is in the comments right there saying, no problem, Liz. We got you. We got you. And we got North Shore Travelers says, can't wait to meet you on that cruise, Alex. All right.
Oh, so very nice.
You guys will get to meet up. And North Shore Travelers, we're going to put you down. We are up to numbers 63 and 64, and we have to do another shirt drawing because Carnival Cruise Addicts, here's numbers 1 through 14, Tony 15 through 19, Carnival Cruise Addicts again 20 through 34, Dustin 35 through 39, and CLTV are the favorites in this horse race because they have numbers 40 through 100. So it has to be a number under 40 for anybody else to win besides Cruise Life TV. So we see we got our blank up there again. Siri, give me a random number 1 through 100.
42.
2.
The number between 1 and 100 is 2.
Oh my gosh.
2.
And that means Carnival Cruise Addicts, the underdog. With only a 14. Well, no, you guys have a 29% chance of winning. And,
does Alex, do you have some coach gear?
I don't actually.
I'm gonna gift it to
Gifting
Alex.
to Alex. Gifting to Alex.
Best.
all right.
You got to get a party cruise
I'm
shirt.
excited. Thank you for donating that. Really, I appreciate that.
And I appreciate that too, because I have some of Alex's candles, so it's only fair that he has, one of my
There you
shirts.
go.
That's right. Thank you.
Slow.
So I
Cheers to
appreciate
that.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Okay.
That's a nice.
All right. Well, I think for time's sake, we need to move on to the next topic. Who's next?
I think we.
Okay. Greg and Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to say it?
Yeah, so whether you're a novice cruiser or a veteran cruiser, you always have to start with booking your cruise. So that's going to be kind of like our topic, because there's so many different ways to book your cruise. So what I'd like to know is, in the chat, do you normally book through the cruise line? Do you normally book through a travel agent? Do you normally book through a website? Or just put it in the chat, because I'd like to see what the kind of feedback we get on this. Or do you have some other means or ways of booking your cruises? And the reason why we mention this, because we actually book all three. We go through the travel agent, we go through the cruise site, and then we also book it ourselves. I'm a big fan of booking it through a website that I use all the time. For me, it's the best. But then you can reach out to your travel agent. Now in the community, we all know lots of travel agents that have their own channel and content creators, and they're all wonderful. And I wish I could book through every single one of them. But then, there are times where I can actually get better rates through my website that I normally use. Or one of the things about booking through the actual cruise line is, if you want to change something right away, it's quick and easy going through the cruise line. If you want to do it when you book through a travel agent, the cruise line, if you call them up, they're going to say, "I'm sorry, you're going to have to make that change through your travel agent." So yeah, just curious how everybody books. And I don't know how everybody here on the panel, Coach, Chris and Liz, Alex, I mean, how do you all typically, I know you have the casino rewards, so more than likely you're booking through the cruise line.
Well, I will start real quick because I saw Liz and Chris's comment saying they booked their own or whatever. So like Derek from Island Time, he started doing the travel agent thing. And for a minute, I was booking through him. The problem with that, there's two problems actually. For one, if I'm booking, $100 cruise fare or whatever, he makes next to nothing off of that booking.
Right.
And then if there's any problems or whatever, he has to deal with that as the travel agent. So it's not really making him any money. Two, the bad part about that is if I do have a problem, if I want to change something, I want to switch something, whatever, I don't have any control anymore because I've given that control to Derek from Island Time. So now I got to get on the phone and say, "Hey, Derek, yeah, you know what? I need this changed or that changed." And then I feel bad because it's like, okay, I know he's not making hardly anything on this cruise because, it only costs me, whatever money because of the casino deal. And it's like I could do whatever it is I need to do on my own or call Carnival or whatever and take care of it. So that's the reason that I would prefer to handle my own booking. In the future, I'm going to do this travel agent thing too. I'm going to do it. But when I do it, I'm going to start with just Carnival. And so anybody that travels Carnival, like I feel like if anybody knows Carnival, it's Carnival Cruise Addicts, myself, anybody that travels Carnival all the time. Like I feel like I know Carnival inside and out. So if somebody needs advice on Carnival, what they should do, what they shouldn't do,
Yeah.
like I feel like I'll be able to give that information to them. And then once I feel like, okay, I got Carnival down, I know them inside out, whatever, then I'll switch to Royal and MSC and all that other, and I'll add that in there to it. But that's not for a minute yet because I'm still coaching, I'm still teaching, and I'm so insanely busy. It's crazy. But yeah, those are my 2 cents. So that's what I do. And I think that's different because not everybody is on a casino deal like Liz and Chris and myself. So, it could be different. But
And it's interesting that you say Carnival inside and out, because there's so many times that, I mean, I as well know Carnival pretty much, I would think, inside and out. So many times I will call Carnival and the person who I'm speaking to on the other end, they're like clueless. They're just like following a script or whatever the case is. But I'm not saying all the time, but a good majority of the time, they're talking to me like it's my first time ever going on a cruise. And meanwhile, I'm trying to explain to them how it all works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Turnover is so high for those PVPs. It's insane. I applied for a PVP many years ago, and I ended up declining the job, and I'm so happy I did. But Coach, just off of what you said, I am 100%. I agree with every single thing you said. If those $100 cruises, Derek and Amanda, they're not going to make anything off of that. And if you have to make changes, I would much rather call. Carnival has their own casino department that books cruises for you. You don't have to call and speak to a regular person. And these people are seasoned. They've been with Carnival for a while. They know their stuff, right? And also with you starting your own travel agency, I think that's incredible. One thing I have told myself is that as soon as I hit 100,000 followers on Facebook, I'm gonna become a travel agent as well. So, I mean, I think this year I'll hit it for sure in the next, probably 6 months. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what's on the horizon for all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the travel agent thing, if that is your full-time job, I think that's great because all of us are passionate about traveling. So I don't know what they make. I don't know how that works. So we literally
they get commission after the cruise happens, right? Like it's not before. For us, though, I like control of everything. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, it's in the middle of the night. Like I like to control my booking. We also we only do casino deals,
right?
So it doesn't make sense, to give that to anybody and have them make 2 cents on it.
Our first cruise was through a travel agent back in '99 because we didn't know any better. You know what I mean? And then Liz quite literally figured out for the second cruise, crap, I can do this through the website, and did it through the website ever since.
But the great thing about a travel agent is they will watch your cruise. Right. They will cater to you. They will do the things.
They'll find things that are going to make your cruise better.
But I'm a control freak. I want to control anything. If I want to change something, I want to do it myself. But there's nothing wrong with it. And so you got to do with whatever you're comfortable with. Honestly, whatever makes you feel more comfortable traveling, you do it.
Travel agents are there for a reason to take that stress off you and put it on their shoulders. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if you want to go like this, get a travel agent and they will help you do that. That's their job.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Yeah, and one thing real quick on that, if you do have a good travel agent, one thing that I've heard about that people do, and I think is amazing, is let's say you book a cruise and that's say $500 per person on average, right? But then you look 2 months later and now it's $420 per person. Okay, so you're like, well, damn, I paid $500. That's $160 difference. If you call the travel agent, you can be like, hey, or if you have a good travel agent, they will catch that for you and say, hey, your cruise fare dropped $80 per person. I just got you $160 on board credit. You can call up the cruise line and be like, hey, you guys dropped the fare here. We need to get $160 on board credit to my cruisers here and take care of that for you. So, I mean, if you got a travel agent that's really on the ball, they'll take care of that for you. Or if you do it yourself, you just need to monitor it and, take care of that on your own. But
that's me personally, if I was a travel agent and say you have 100 clients, how do you keep up with that? I am way too lazy. I'm not really like, Bob got this one, Susie, the hell with
That's
Debbie.
why you'll never be a travel agent.
I agree, though. Do not ever spread yourself thin if you're a travel agent, because there's nothing more frustrating than when you need something changed and they don't contact you back. There's just it's like you're not important to them. So I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, how many clients can you actually have and pay attention to do that. You know what I mean? I'm in the retail sales industry, and I don't know. I think that would be very hard, and kudos to the travel agents that actually are great travel agents, not just a cruise or a vacation booker. There's a difference. There's salespeople and there's order takers. You know what I mean?
But
So
once you get big enough, you have a team, right? You have a team of people.
that's a business. That's a business.
Okay.
Doing it yourself, I've never done. I think it'll be a little bit tougher.
I don't know why we keep changing color.
Did we? I know we've done at least 3 topics now. Have we done all 4? I've done a lot of shots, so I'm a little. Is there anybody that hasn't gone yet?
Well, Alex, you went.
She's gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Did everybody give their topics? Did we get all 3?
I think we did. But one thing that I would like to throw in there is that one of the main reasons, going back to cruising and why it's so wonderful as well, is it's a real bargain. You know, I don't know if anybody's like booked hotels and gone out places, and if you add up what you spend at the restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner, hotel accommodations, Ubering back and forth, and if you just go away for a week, or not even a week, just a weekend, you'll end up spending way more money than a 7 or 8 day cruise.
Yeah. When's the last time any of us Ubered on a cruise?
Exactly.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I've staggered back to the wrong room. What number is this one? Ah, damn it! I'm on the wrong floor.
That's right.
If that's the worst that's gonna happen. I'm in.
Well, I talking about stumbling back to the room. Well, I won't talk about this on the show, but
well, not without Michelle here. Jesus.
What's that?
I said, don't talk about it without Michelle here.
Oh no, I definitely can't talk about it if she was here.
Hey, we've all stumbled back to the room though. So
go ahead. All right. So of the panelists here, have you ever walked up to a room you thought was yours and it wasn't?
Never.
Never.
That's what the magnets are for on the door.
That was before the magnets. I was literally a floor down. I didn't knock on the door, thankfully, because they probably would have been freaked out. But I put my key in. I'm looking at the elevator. I'm looking at the proximity from the elevator to the door, and I'm like, this is like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'm here, and it's red. Then I looked at the room number. I'm like, ooh, that's the wrong one. I hope I didn't wake everybody up. Literally, next floor, I was home.
Well, Brad helped Michelle get to the right floor. I know that. One night.
Hey, that's one too many alchemy drinks.
Casino bar.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I did. Liz and Chris, they said they like the Buffalo slot machines. Do you like the Buffalo slot machines?
Sorry.
I love Buffalo.
I just posted that on one of my most recent videos or whatever. So yeah, actually for the Buffaloes, actually, stampeded for me a little bit, and I didn't lose money for a change. Wheel of Fortune, though. What's your opinions on Wheel of Fortune? Liz doesn't like Wheel of Fortune.
I never have good luck.
Really?
Yeah.
So what casino? Because you all are the casino experts. I feel like what machines give the advice here that's going to make us all rich. But you both.
For us, we like Buffalo. Different types of Buffalo. There's Buffalo Ascension. There's the regular Buffalo. Buffalo Link now. I like Firelink. I like Dancing Drums. I mean, we're kind of higher limit players too. So
what's the so Rod and Vicky, friends of mine, what's the something dollar, lucky dollar? What the hell is it called?
Dollar.
Not
Dollar.
lucky.
Storm? Dollar Storm?
No, I forget. There's only a couple of machines, but she likes that one, and she's had some luck. But
I like video poker too. I'm big on video poker.
Yep.
Ultimate X video poker.
If it's in a casino, I'll probably play it.
so okay, so we got a 24-hour day. You all are sleeping for 8 hours?
No, I don't sleep 6 hours.
Shouldn't sleep much.
Okay. So 6 hours. So you got 18 hours on the ship on a sea day. Of those 18 hours, how many of those 18 hours are you playing in the casino on average?
Probably 3.
3. Okay.
3 to
Greg?
4.
0.
12 to 14.
No.
No, I mean, honestly, on a sea day, we have our little ritual. We'll get up in the morning. We'll grab a specialty coffee. We'll go play a quick hit slot for whatever, 10 minutes to whenever we actually lose.
We usually do so on a C day C day doesn't count because
No, that's the whole question. It's a sea day. I'm going to go
6
to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours on a sea day with ease.
So
That's not bad.
So you do a work shift basically.
Yeah. You got your 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Hitting that button, that's work. You hit the button.
But we
hit the
take
button.
breaks. We go.
I mean, you gotta pee, you gotta eat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's your biggest jackpot?
Oh, just over.
I think it was 30 or 40,000.
On the boat,
Nice.
yeah, it was.
Video poker.
Yeah, that wasn't late.
No,
Yeah.
it was on the cruise ship. I have a big check.
Yes, that was $25,550 is the check we got.
We don't
I'll
remember.
find a picture. It was over 25 grand. And like, they're like, oh, you want to take a picture with the captain? We're like, huh? And they bring out this big old, giant check. We're like,
That's
do we get
awesome.
to keep that? So
Wow, that's cool.
yeah, I mean, it's a casino. You're going to lose more than you play, but occasionally you win, and it's fun, and we enjoy that. We really do.
And honestly, this is the first year, I think, in many years that we've actually won more than we lost in the casino.
Yeah.
So we had to pay taxes, so we didn't get anything back. But it's a rarity. We normally can write off all our winnings, and
But it's fun. I relate it to like when I used to smoke cigarettes back in high school. You have the smoking section. We have a different bunch of people that you get to hang out with. It's the same with the casino people. It's just fun to meet new people in the casino specifically because it's way smaller than the rest of the boat. You get to see the same people night after night after night, and you meet some pretty cool people there. So, A, we like gambling. B, you get to meet cool people.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, obviously, what's the name of what you guys are?
We are Echo.
Echo. I keep wondering.
It's not a status. No, it's not an offer. It's a status. I don't know how to word it. It's for our
basically,
dumbass
if you're
gambling
in
guys.
the Echo program, you are allowed to book any cruise you want, and you get all the elite perks.
Yep.
On any cruise.
Yeah. So I mean, Liz and Chris are unicorns of the casino world. They literally are unicorns. So like Echo, almost nobody has heard of Echo. They've heard of
the gamblers have.
Yeah, if you go to Facebook and you look at Echo Facebook groups, there's a lot more than you would think. And keep in mind, they take tenure into it. It's not just spend, it's tenure as well. And we've been cruising since 99. You know what I mean? So it's not that you spend a lot of money because we don't. We're in there a lot. But what they rate you on is playthrough. So if you put $100 into the machine, there's $100. Say you won $200 or $300. So say you won $10 and you put that back in on that same 100. You're at 120 now. and then you won $20 off that 140. Now you're at 180, and it's playthrough. So it looks like you spent a lot of money, but you may put in $100 one cruise, never happens, and then play through a couple $1,000s, and it looks like you played a couple $1,000. That's how they rate you, and that's how any casino player gets their points. It's playthrough.
Yeah, but we're not spending $100. Let's be real.
I'm just saying.
We don't gamble on land.
No,
so
we don't.
we have had to stop the land gambling.
Right.
We only gamble at sea. That's it. We're playing for it, and we know if we win or lose, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we got a bankroll when we go on, and if we lost it, then we saved up for it to lose it. You know what I mean? So so instead of buying a T-bone, you're going to get a chuck steak. So I just saved $15 there. That goes toward my cruise fund. You know what I mean? So it's budgeting accordingly.
Yeah.
Well, a question, and Alex, and I don't think Greg as much, and not myself for sure, not as much. But I know Chris and Liz, Carnival Cruise Addicts, they did a video, and it was one of their more popular videos where they talked to a casino person. But I've heard more recently, like, I think 1,500 points or something is when you start getting free drinks in the casino.
It's 2,000 now.
Oh, 2,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you start getting offers, is about 4,000 points?
I think they've upped it because there's a lot more players now. It used to be they were trying to get more people in the casinos.
So if you drop the 20 in, they would send you a casino offer. But now that the cruise lines, not just Carnival, all of them are so packed, you know, there's a different spend amount, if you will, that they're going to send you a casino offer. And you see people on John Heels all the time. Why do I get this casino offer? I spent $10,000, blah, 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 blah. It's not up to John Hill. It's not up to Carnival. The casino is owned by Carnival, but it is the Carnival casino. So it's different. Way different than it was if you asked us 2 years ago.
Bellows Creek Cruiser says y'all play slot machines or the table card games. I know Liz and Chris play both, but slots are where they make their money. Alex, I think your slots primarily too, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm on my phone and I've got 5% left, so I might just cut off. But I'm typically a slot player, and I hit my biggest jackpot last August on the Jubilee, 15,000. That was pretty sweet. I loved that. That was a great cruise. I ended up coming home with like 19,000 in cash. It was insane because they give it to you in cash, and it's the most uncomfortable feeling in the world when they give you that much money. It's like, can you just deposit it into my account or something? Like, I don't like this.
Yep. I agree. I mean, it's fun getting like the mid-sized jackpots, you get $1,000, $2,000, everybody's happy. Yeah. But when the guy's coming up and he's counting out $15,000, it's like everybody and their mothers around you. I'm like, security. Yeah.
Can I sign up for being uncomfortable?
Yeah,
right. You just have to
exactly.
Where's that list? You know, I'd like to sign up for the uncomfortable list.
It's and I can't say it's always true, but it's not the 88-cent bet. So the 20-something thousand we won, I had a few drinks in me, and I had $100 left. I walked up to a $5 old classic slot machine, and I'm like, $5, screw it. I'm playing 10. The very first button I hit, it went triple sevens, triple sevens, triple sevens. And I looked up, it said 4,000. And I'm like, or 4,250. I'm like, yeah, $4,250. I went, oh shit, I hit the $5 button. Wait a minute, that's $25,000, you know? And I am screaming, and everybody in the casino is like, what the hell's going on? This guy just get like attacked or something? And so, yeah, you never know.
That's awesome.
You never know. It was fun.
I'm going to hop off of here because I don't want to just like have it cut out. But thank you so much, Coach, for having me.
Yeah, we're at 9:14.
I can't wait to be on your next show again. So just hit me up anytime. And it was great meeting you guys. And
Pleasure
Yeah,
meeting
we'll
you.
talk to y'all next time.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Alex. Thanks for
You
coming
bet.
on.
See y'all.
Thanks, Alex.
Take care, Alex. Nice to meet you.
Take care.
All right. Mandy says one wasted guy. Let's get her comment on
$6,500 on $1.72 bet. Yeah, that's amazing.
one wasted guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
There, it just started passing hundreds to people. I want to find. I need to find that wasted guy or girl.
You don't have to be wasted. Actually, we've done that before. When you win a jackpot like $5,000, and everybody's like, "Oh, so happy!" And like some people will just come up and talk to you, blah blah blah, and you're like, "Here's $100 just because." And one lady actually won like $500, and she wanted to give me the $100 back. I'm like, no, that was fun. That was just fun.
Yeah. Well, Yoli, congratulations to her. I got my very first casino offer, free room and drinks on us in the casino.
Oh, that's
Offers
the eighth
only
offer.
good on the Carnival Magic. But you know what?
That's the eighth.
I
offer.
like the Carnival Magic. I like
do.
the Carnival Magic. It's a good chip. So that's a good
That-
one.
That is the eighth offer.
That's
to
the
Elizabeth's
eighth
point.
offer that they're doing because what happened was Carnival Magic was supposed to be in dry dock
They
at
delayed
the
it.
end of the year.
Yep.
They for whatever reason pulled it out of dry dock, and now they had like 3 weeks of cruises they had to fill.
And they put John Heald on one.
So they put John Heald on one, and then they're doing 2 cruises that are adults only casino offers, and that's what she's talking about.
Ace, adult only casino.
What
Everything.
dates are those?
It's I don't know. I'll have to look it up later, but it's like October or November.
Yeah.
I forget.
It's later in the year. It's interesting why they did it.
But
I'm
if you
curious.
think about it, adults only who gamble because it's a casino offer. Like I was saying, they're all going to be in the casino. It's going to be packed.
Yeah, no. If they paid me to go on it, I probably wouldn't because we are casino people, and you're not going to be able to get in the casino. There's what 3,000-4,000 people in that boat.
Yeah.
And
But the
200
Magic's
slices?
a great ship. So even if you go in there and say, you know what, whether I gamble or not,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
take the offer, not gamble for a week, and enjoy the cruise.
Yeah, Greg and
Absolutely.
I.
Take the offer on November 2nd when John Heald is going to be on
Yeah.
doing all of his old shenanigans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said he's gonna go old school with the old school.
November
love
5th.
and marriage, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be classic. It's gonna be
We got
fun.
Akins. Welcome to the show. And so I got a question, and my slightly intoxicated self is going to go ahead and ask it. So I got YouTube reaching out to me, and because I've reached the milestone and Carnival Cruise Addicts, Cruise Life TV, I'm sure you're going to be getting this invitation very shortly. But they sent me to like this boot camp thing about building the channel, growing the channel, whatever. So one of their suggestions for me was to add membership.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We just did that after
We just
a
did
lot of a lot. I mean, when I say a lot of deliberation, but we did just add it a month ago. But we decided that what we're going to do is going to be members only content. So there are channels that put out, hey, you're going to watch my video 2 hours before everything else comes out.
Not 2 hours, but
Whatever
call
it may be. Yeah.
They call it members first content, which you could do. You could release it early to your members. We decided if we're going to do a membership, whoever's a member will only see this video.
Just us.
So we actually just put out a video on our members only. It was 2012. We have
So you guys are doing this already.
We
doing
just
it.
started it less than a month ago.
No, it was a little over a month ago.
A little over a month ago.
And Greg's a member and he knows. But we posted a video. We booked a penthouse suite on, I forget if it was Imagination,
Fascination, one of those two.
We did a room tour in 2012.
2012.
Before we even considered becoming a YouTuber.
I don't know if YouTube existed.
I don't know if it did or not, but we posted that. So we're doing day in the life, behind the scenes. And so it's specialty content only for the members.
Right.
And they get exclusive membership merch.
Yep.
Which is not available to anybody who's not a member. So I think you should do it.
Yeah.
Like,
but you
have to do stuff that's unique that people want to join.
Right. Our stuff, this was probably maybe the second cruise-related one. We've done just a day in the life of Chris and Liz. Random shit. We had friends over the other weekend. We cooked pizzas.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then so we put that up there. We went to downtown, had some dinner.
Date
put
night.
That up there.
Date night.
Yeah, it was a day night.
So the point is,
make it exclusive
if you're gonna do
to
it,
your member.
Make sure you do something.
Okay.
Exclusive.
Yeah. So what I was, and I'm glad you all chimed in on and said that, because so what I thought about doing is a lot of the people that come, and watch the show, they watch it repeatedly over and over. They're, big supporters. I love that. And, I want to be able to give them some kind of difference. So like what you just explained is perfect. So the other thing is, like, most of the people that are big supporters and coming back are also people that do super chats and things like that. So the fear I had is I didn't want people to think like, oh, like this guy's chasing money or something like that. So, the entry points for these members only thing are $2.99, $6.99, and then $24.99 or something. And then the perks that come along with it are different, obviously, of course. But like one of the perks is members only shorts. So like what you were saying, like you're making pizzas or whatever with friends and things like that, like that's a short or a video or whatever that only people that are members are going to see. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So people that are like really interested in what you're doing or whatever, they're the only ones that are going to get to see that. And then the other thing I like is it may not seem like a big deal to everybody else, but you can make your own little badges and then the colors and stuff like that. So when people leave comments and things like that, the people that are supporters or members or whatever, their names light up in different colors and stuff like that. And I think that's, that's cool. Not only that, but so like $2.99, if somebody does that $2.99, I'm going to give them $5 worth of a super chat entry into a shirt drawing. So they're normally people that were already going to do a super chat. So it's basically like they're going to get a discount on a super chat. And they're still
you could do that. I think Brad, that might get complicated for you though. Like for us, we bought merchandise that's only for members. Right. And he had to go get it. We have a koozie as well. And nobody else will ever get that except a member. So that's like a one-time thing. I think if you try to make that a separate thing, it might get confusing for you. See, Mandy, yeah, she's a member. She's awesome. As is Rick and Danny and whatnot. But I will have to say, like, you just need to think about what it is that's going to be unique, that people are going to get, like they want to feel recognized and like special. Yeah. Right. And of course, Cruise Life TV's a member, of course.
And that's why we wanted it. Like I said, I wouldn't say fought long and hard, but we thought about it long and hard about doing a membership, because to us, it seems like a money grab. You know what I mean? And it's not. And that's not the intent of it whatsoever. So we wanted to do it where if I was a member of somebody's channel, what do I want? I don't want to see your normal content. And this is just us. We want to see something about your life. You know what I mean? We want to
take us along in a day in the life of Coach Cruz.
Yeah. You went to Publix today and you bought steak. you went to whatever, you know what I mean? So we wanted to do something that's more personal to us, that is not available to the general public, because we greatly appreciate every subscriber and everybody that actually watches our dumbasses on a weekly. You know what I mean?
Like we keep changing color.
I know, I saw that. It's like green.
Anyway,
But,
I don't know.
I mean, that.
Turn off your monitor.
I don't know.
But I mean, we wanted to make it very specific to our members, not an early release, not anything like that. This is us, and we.
Yes, you walking Zoe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I want to see that. I would pay for that.
You're goddamn
Yeah,
right.
take
And
Zoe
don't
to the park.
We could give you a little Zoe in the dog park or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't do levels because we
did one level.
We did one. That's it. Whether you do $1, $2, $5, whatever level you select, that's up to you. But I don't know. Make it personal. Don't do as a member, you're going to get to watch the video 2 hours before everybody else does. Who gives a shit? Who really gives a shit
I want
about
something
that?
special.
I want something that nobody else. You have 9,000 subscribers, and these are the only people that are going to be able to see it. You have to make it personal.
Yeah.
And fun. Just fun. Just straight fun.
Coach, the next time you have a game, bring your camera and go live.
Well, yeah, no. That's where it gets tricky. Like I can't. If
I know
keep
you can't
bringing my
introduce
phone
your
to
school. Yeah.
That's when
No,
I'm
but you can put
trouble.
the camera on you
Mhm.
in the vicinity, right?
But no, I mean the whole Zoe thing, because I've done that before. Actually, I've walked Zoe around Wrigley Field and taken video and stuff like that.
There you go.
Seriously, you and Erin, if she's okay with it, going out there, because Liz hates being on camera, but we went out the other night to downtown Fort Myers, had a little dinner, walked around and viewed Fort Myers, and that's our next video.
Because everybody likes to see Erin doing this.
Maybe more
She hasn't done that yet. She's done that
She
to me. She hasn't done that to the camera.
Yeah, but that would be very Erin. I've never met her, but I think that's pretty close to accurate.
If Erin's still watching, she's gonna comment in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is there an Erin comment? That means she's not watching right now.
Yeah, she went to bed. It is 9:30.
Yeah. Time for bed.
Yeah. Actually, she does usually go to bed about 9, but she gets up at 5 for her job. So
Me too.
Yeah, Liz is an early riser. Not me.
Well, I gotta get really
she's
early
one with
tomorrow.
all the cool sunset pictures.
No, she gets the sunrise ones.
Or sunrise
I'm
pictures,
drink
sunrise
and I'm
pictures.
not a backup drink. So it's time for bed.
Oh, wait. Oh, there she is.
Is she there? There you go.
There she is. Erin also hates being on camera, hence why you get a thumbs up. There's
So
Erin.
Erin, on the future videos,
What do
you
you
gotta
think,
do
Erin?
this instead.
What do you think, Erin?
You can jump on camera. Liz does it. What the hell's with our glitchy camera?
I don't know.
We're like brown, pink, white, yellow, green.
Yeah. Let's see.
Anyway, I'd say do it if you want to. It is going to create more work. You have to be diligent in it. You can't post a video every 2 to 3 months and expect people to give you a monthly fee if you're not doing it.
If you're doing it
No,
free,
honestly,
Tanya from Event Yours just came in. She
Yep.
is like the premier membership person. She sent us a package with all these things.
Glasses,
Yeah, she does
stickers,
special
everything.
videos. Like
Yep.
if you're gonna do it, you gotta go in and you gotta go hard.
Make it special. Make it special for your members. And I think that's what Liz and I finally decided on is, you know what? We're going to do it. It's going to be over and beyond. Nobody else is going to be able to see this. If you're giving us $5 a month, which we greatly appreciate, We're going to make something that's going to be fun for you, and I hope you freaking like watching it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Erin, she is moving up into the Chicagoland area very shortly next month. So she will be more readily available. So those shorts, and the shorts are included in all 3 levels of the membership that I'm thinking about doing. Honestly, but it's really a payback to the people that already do super chats.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
so like, I mean, people that already do like a $5, if anybody out there does $5 worth of super chats, Mandy is a good example. Like Mandy will occasionally do a $5 super chat, or a $10 super chat.
Mandy's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So like for her, if she were to like join, it's $2.99, and she'll get a $5 super chat worth of drawing, whatever, the first week of every time we're in studio or whatever. And then so she'll be entered in a drawing or whatever. So like it's like she's giving a $5 super chat for $2.99, And then not only that, but she's gonna get the shorts. So like when Erin and I are hanging out more and we're doing stuff, or if she wanted some behind the scenes with Zoe in the dog park or whatever, I'll do more videos like that and put that on there. So yeah, absolutely. So no, I mean that's good talk. I
just give Erin the camera and have her follow you around and just film you, and that's it. She'll be a photographer.
Yeah, she probably would, because that means she wouldn't have to be on camera. So
yeah,
just get a GoPro, strap it to Zoe's head, walk around.
So look, how did the
Picky Nookie?
So are they green because they're a member on your guys?
Oh my God, we're getting members.
Oh, we got a member.
Trish and Bert. All right.
So that
Thank
means
you,
they just
guys.
joined. That's why they're in color, right?
Yes.
See?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate that.
Hey,
I'm sorry we're
thanks for helping out,
random
Chris and
colors.
Liz.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I'm gonna cry.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Sincerely.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that too. Yeah, no, but I mean that's exactly the cool thing. So like they're in color. So like I feel like the people that are already doing super chats and everything, like at least they should be in color, because I mean they're supporting the channel on a regular basis and everything else like that.
Well, they're in color now, but they get a little icon next to their name after this.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I swear to God, it took me like 2-3 hours because I was trying to upload all these little icons or whatever for each stage. Like if you're 1 month or you're 2 months or you're 3 months or 6 months or a year, whatever.
I just did the standard to make it easy for now.
Yeah, well, we did one level. That's it.
No. He's talking about.
Oh, sorry.
Chris.
Like if you're a member for 1 month, 2 months, whatever. So it took me, I swear to God, like over 2 hours, because every time I thought I had the things lined up, they're like, oh, this format or whatever is not right. You need to do a JPEG, or you need to do a PNG, or you need to do this or that. And it wasn't working. So let's see. I mean, look, you guys are just getting all kinds of new memberships. Mandy says, once I get rich one day, coach, I'll be sending you more super chats to make you drink. Hey, like Mandy, but the good news is, maybe by next week, I'll have a $2.99 for a whole month. And, you'll get some behind the scenes Zoe walks and dog park action and things like that.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, I like watching other people's like random stuff. I honestly do. And Mandy, congratulations on your graduation again. She graduated, so now she can cruise more often. We're excited about that.
Yep. So, I mean, yeah, it gives, for us, like I said, this is just us personally, it gives a little bit of insight into the everyday life of, what do you do on Sunday? What do you do on Saturday? Where do you do our days off? I don't know. I enjoy that because we interact with a lot of you all the time. and to do something a little bit more personal than just being on YouTube, I think is amazing. Because I look at a lot of people and say, hey, what do they do? What's going on? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
So look, Mandy, because Mandy is a teacher. So Mandy.
Teacher shot. All right. Wait, teacher shot.
Mandy says, once I get rich one day, Coach, I'll be sending you more super chats to make you drink. Look, Mandy, you're going to make me drink right now. This is your super chat right here, Mandy. So
look at that, right to the brim.
Ooh.
I hadn't done one in like at least 25 minutes. So there you go. All right. Well, we are 35 minutes over, so I think it's safe for us to depart. Texas Cruiser says, what's he say? I'm very selective on who I become a member of. CCA and Island Time are a couple of them. Well, Texas Cruiser, although I'm a Carnival Cruiser, I do hope, well, you know what? If you're a member of CCA, they're Carnival Cruisers as well. And you're a Royal Cruiser. So if you can be a member of one Carnival Cruiser addiction, I think, another Carnival Cruise addiction, maybe you'll consider being a member of mine. Let's see. Event Yours says your behind the scenes videos are so cool. I'm guessing and they're talking about you. No, forget about poor people on Social Security. We love you too.
We love you too.
Absolutely, David. What's our color you changing?
I don't know why our color.
Can anybody see our color changing from like?
Yeah, I've been watching it all night long. It looks like you're watching it.
What the hell is going on?
Hey, the internet is working at least, so that's all that matters.
You know, here, Liz, you're like, Chris, don't reset the internet. Don't do it.
Hey, listen, I'm going to be meeting with the Carnival Beards tomorrow, so if anybody has a message, give it to me now or send me a message.
Are you really?
Yeah.
How'd you hold that off?
Oh, is it the
shareholders meeting tomorrow.
Oh.
So Michelle and I are going to get up early in the morning, and we're going to go meet with the Beards.
Very cool.
Wait, fill us in on this. What's going on?
Well, Michelle and I go every year. We have shares of Carnival, so once a year they have the annual shareholders meeting.
I got you.
So we go down there. It was really cool. The first year we asked if we could get a tour of the Carnival Corporation, and they set us up with security and everything. We walked around the place, and it was really fascinating. And last year we didn't do it, but I think tomorrow I'm going to see if I could ask them if they could take me to Christine Duffy's office. And she may not be there, but I want to get a selfie in front of her office with Michelle and I. We'll just do a little, I think that'd be kind of cool.
We haven't heard much from Tim today. Can you get me a free cruise at Cruise Live TV? Can you get Tim? Can you get Tim a free cruise?
Let's get Tim a free cruise.
Real quick, Rick, you can't join tonight because I'm not officially like into this yet. Like I haven't
just a discussion.
My things haven't been approved or whatever. It was just like a thought. That's why I wanted to run it by everybody. But yeah, like hopefully by this time next week, it'll be an option for people. And I can be cool like Carnival Cruise Addicts, and I can have people like be in color and green and blue and red and all different colors and stuff like that.
We
members.
Still don't know what we're doing. Let's be clear. We're still winging it, but we're just going along with it.
See, look, so like for everybody that's watching now, all 43 people, that's watching live, if you haven't already hit the like button, do that. But I mentioned to Liz and Chris, I was like, well, it won't be too long. You guys will be passing me up. And they're like, oh, stop with that.
This is not a competition.
It's true because, they're doing all the things right. Greg and Michelle as well. But yeah, I mean, they're already on top of this member thing. Like, see, here I am. I'm 9,000 plus in, and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this member thing. And, Chris and Liz are like, yeah, hold our beer. Let us tell you about this. So they already know. and they're like giving advice and stuff like that. So they're on top of it. So yeah, absolutely. They are moving fast and furious along with Greg and Michelle. And before you know it, they'll be hitting 10,000 subscribers right alongside me. So
for us, it's the joy of cruising.
Absolutely.
Like at the end of the day, if we could share some knowledge with some people and hopefully they find us like somewhat humorous, I don't know. Oh, hey Keisha, how you doing? But like we truly enjoy just like the cruise community, the YouTube community we found. Like at the end of the day, like we're not here. Like I don't care if I hit X amount of subs by when. Like, I mean, I know you're supposed to set goals and all that. We're just here to have fun and like be part of this community and like the people we meet and like the fact that we just cruised with Greg and Coach. Hopefully we'll cruise with you soon. Like this whole community for us means more than anything else. So
yeah. No, I agree with that completely. And honestly, when I go on cruises now, and then like when I'm doing these shows and things like that, a lot of it for me is like, who's going to be that next person? So like, I think like one of the next people that I've met recently that I can think of that comes to mind is PJ Cody. The guy with one arm that we met on the Carnival Vista, Greg and Michelle, they met him as well or whatever. But he's going on that cruise with us July 6th on the Carnival Magic. And he cruises a lot. Yeah, there's Greg with the little hand, and my little hands are right back here. But it's like, like who are you going to meet? Who's going to be that next person that makes that solid connection that is just part of your community for good, that just locks on. And like, I absolutely love that when I meet somebody and we just make that connection so well that they're just like, hey, I'm on board. Like when you cruising, what are we doing? Let's hook up again. Let's do it. That is just so cool. Like, and all of us have already experienced that with different people and different cruisers and things like that. But when you find one of those connections where it doesn't just become like an acquaintance, somebody you met on a cruise, but it becomes like cruise family, cruise friends, whatever, and you just make that connection, that bond or whatever, that's special. It really is.
And what a better way than, having this platform where you can stay in touch with those people you meet on the cruise.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'll tell you what, we are almost a full hour into overtime. So I guess we can let everybody go. But look, I mean, the amazing thing is there's still 38 of you on. And I think our max was less than 50. It was less than 60, I should say. We were over 50, I think 54, 55 at one point. The fact that there's still 38 of you, that's amazing. So thank all of you for, tuning in. If you could hit that like button on your way out. And if you haven't subscribed to myself, Carnival Cruise Addicts, Cruise Life TV, if you could hit whichever one of us you're not subscribed to, if you could do that, we would much appreciate it. And look at that. We just jumped to 40 like that. 2 more people just joined in. But we're going to say goodbye. So, those of you that just tuned in, you can go back and check the replay, watch the whole thing from the start. But all right. Thank you. Alex already left. We got Carnival Cruise Addicts next to me. We got Cruise Life TV just below me. And thank you all. It's been a wonderful show. Thank you all for the 9,000 subscribers. Appreciate y'all. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.